Hey everybody, it's Craig back at you. You know what time it is. As you can see, out on the GS Adventure today. A lot of traffic, why? It's a Friday afternoon, should not be, Friday evening, shouldn't be that bad. Anyway, out on the bike today, I don't have any specific destination. Just figured it's nice, what is it, 76 degrees. Figured I'd get out. Before you know, it's going to be winter time. It's going to be snowing, and I'll be like, I should have ridden more. So just figured I'd get out today. So what I wanted to talk about today is in reference to a recent trip I did to Springfield, Illinois for the National Biker Roundup. Now what the National Biker Roundup is it's a moto camping rally. And it's been, I think this is year 47, 48, maybe. I might have that wrong. I apologize if I have that wrong. It's somewhere around 50 years they've been doing it. And it moves around every year. And to my understanding, the reason it was founded was, again, approximately 50 years ago, you had some black motorcycle guys that went to Sturgis and, to camp and enjoy the air for the Sturgis rally, and they did not feel welcome, as I can imagine. And so they decided to do their own thing. They decided to start their own motorcycle camping rally, but the difference is it does move around from year to year. Now, again, it was started by an African-American, I believe, motorcycle group, but anyone is welcome to come. It's really a good time. So, short story is, I've gone for a couple years. I went this year, had a really, really good time. The best way to describe it is basically a 4 or 5 day cookout. Just good time, music, food, relaxing. I'm not a big camper, but a lot of RVs, tents, things like that. Just people enjoying themselves. Also, another reason I liked it is I go knowing absolutely no one. I just get on my bike because it's a trip and I like to go. And once again, within minutes, I get to the hotel, I get something to eat. The next morning I get up, I get breakfast. I meet a couple guys from St. Louis and I hang out with them the entire week. We go to the event, which is held at the fairgrounds. As soon as we get there, there's a motorcycle club, one of the many, many motorcycle clubs that are there. And they're like, hey, pull up a chair, grab something to drink. We're barbecuing all day. We're doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Don't go anywhere else. Come here every single day. Just the hospitality off the charts. Let me tell you what spurred the thought for this video. When I was at the National Biker Roundup, one of the most hospitable guys there, he was there. He had a fifth wheel trailer. He was part of a motorcycle club. He had his motorcycle in his trailer. He had a toy hauler. I say he had a toy hauler, and so he had his motorcycle there, and he was there at least for 7 days, and camped there the entire time. I remember talking to him, and I asked him, has he, been out? Where has he ridden to in the area? And he's like, you know what? To tell you the truth, he goes, I really haven't even pulled my motorcycle out of the trailer. And this is like already day 3 or almost on day 4. He's like, I don't even know if I'm going to pull it out. So what that had me thinking was the notion of motorcycling versus camping. And for those of you that do moto camping, whether you moto camp off your bike or you've got a toy hauler and you bring your bike with you, whatever it is, you do the combination of both. You got your motorcycle with you and you're going to do some camping. Does one take priority over the other? Because I can say for me, because I like being on this motorcycle so much, that even if I was, whenever I go on a trip, again, I'm not camping anywhere, I'm in hotels, but even if I was cabin camping, I think even if I was tent camping or had an RV, I want to be on this bike. I think I want to use that as a home base. Again, there's no right, there's no wrong answer, but I'm interested to see what, for those of you that do moto camping, what is it the priority? I think there's a really good YouTuber I watch his channel, Dork in the Road. He does like a lot of adventure and moto camping, And I think he came up with the term. I don't know if he coined it, or or he came up with it, or he just repeated it. But he used the two terms, I think, riding to camp and then camping to ride. So naturally, riding to camp would be, camping would be the priority, where you just get there, and that once you're there, you're good. Doesn't matter because you're camping. Or you the priority is you're riding, camping to ride. You set up your camp, that's your home base, and you're just gonna, the focus is the ride. And for those of you that do moto camping, let me know, what have you found to be your focus? What have you found to be the main thing? I have never been the type of person that when I go on a trip, I trailer my bike. I want to ride it. I don't fault anybody that trailers. I know people have different reasons for trailering. Maybe you got medical conditions, you can't ride that long. No shame, put your bike on the trailer and go. But I've always been, as long as I have the capability, I want to ride my bike to get to whatever destination I want to get to. But I can say, after being again at the Roundup and seeing so many people with RVs and campers, I gotta say it was, I was thinking it's got to be nice where you're on site and you don't have to go anywhere. You're there, and you don't have to get up in the morning, jump on your bike, and ride anywhere. And the last question I'll ask is, have any of you just totally transitioned out of motorcycle riding into camping? There's a couple people I know that they made that transition. They had bikes and they did a lot of motorcycle trips, and then they just, as they got older, they decided they wanted the RV lifestyle, and they sold their bikes and bought RVs, and that's what they do. They still travel, they still go around, but it's strictly on the RV, in the RV. Is that something that you've done? Finally, I would say, if there was any, I guess, negative parts of the National Biker Roundup, the moto camping event, is, I think, just in my opinion, sometimes these moto camp events, sometimes they forget the motorcycle part of the event. And the fairgrounds that they picked really was not conducive for riding your motorcycle when it rained, or even when it was dry. It was just like, it was like a dust bowl. But when it rained, I mean, it just, because it was like a dirt, it just turned into like a swamp. And there are a lot of people with a lot of expensive motorcycles that dropped their bikes or came close to dropping their bikes. Again, I think if you're going to have a moto camping event, you really got to, your roadways that your motorcycles are on, you got to keep that in mind, because that was not good. I'd say that wasn't good. But anyway, just my thoughts, and maybe somewhere down the road, a toy hauler could be in the works. But while I still can ride to different places around the country, I'm going to do that. So anyway, let me know what your comments are. Let me, if you are a moto camper, if you are an RVer that takes your bike with you, what's your priority when you go? Is it 50-50? Is it more camping? Is it more riding your motorcycle? Let me know what your experiences have been. So thank you everyone for watching this video, and I hope everybody has a blessed day, and we will talk to you soon.